oh my God, this place is going to be criminally difficult. I didn't feel as intimidating as I thought it would.
Listen, it was an absolutely incredible course.
The new course is as good as the old course.
A fabulous golf course to play on.
It
For
was
this
just
course.
like the greatest hits of golf. I mean, that's got to be the most mental finishing hole we're going to play. I defy any golfer to go there and not just come away going, that was unbelievable.
Episode 46, Make Golf Great Again, the Trump International Links Aberdeen review. Now, when we started this whole journey and people knew and had cottoned on to what we were doing and actually understood the challenge in the first place, I remember there were a few courses that kept coming up in conversation, and the Trump courses, of which Trump International Aberdeen was definitely one of them. We had questions about whether we'd play them, what would we feel like playing, if we had to play them. Well, look, we did. And right at the outset, thank you to Graham, thank you to Adrian for inviting us up. They were unbelievable hosts.
Unbelievable.
And that, invited us out to come and play. And today's episode is the story of how our day went. Before we carry on, I'd just like to make a little plea, if I may, just for a like or subscribe to wherever you're watching or listening. And the reason I ask for that is we're getting to a point now where we're starting to play some of the bigger hitter courses, and it'll be great if we can just get a little bit of clout. The first thing they always ask us is, what are the numbers? And I know we've got increasing number of listens. If we can just back that up now with some likes and subscribes, that would lend a little bit more credibility, and we can hopefully get some more interesting content. Like we had Dylan at Gullen, and that was Dylan at Gullen. Interesting. That was an amazing experience. We're getting good club representation. I think it's the pro that we're talking to at Dumbarton Links, which is an amazing new facility that everyone's saying should be really climbing the ranks quickly. So it is definitely helping. So if you can do that, it doesn't cost anything. You're not going to get spammed or anything like that. But if you do that, that'd be absolutely wonderful. Now back to the episode. So, Chris, do you think we should tease everyone a little bit by holding back what we thought about Trump, or should we just go for it?
I think let's just rip it off like a plaster.
Like a band-aid. Hated it. Worst thing in the world. No, I mean, I don't know. Do you know what? Before we carry on, and because you're probably getting from our grins if you're watching this, we love this golf course. But I'll be interested to hear people's thoughts on it, because it was a divisive course, and we said this in the preview. And perhaps drop a little comment. If you're watching on YouTube, drop a comment. If you've played it, what did you think? If you haven't played it, what do you think of us playing it?
Yeah. I mean,
I want to get a flavour of what people think.
I'd be really surprised if it's divisive amongst golfers who have actually gone and played it.
Yeah.
Because when we were just absolutely blown away from start to finish, it was like a greatest hits of golf holes, wasn't it? It was just non-stop.
It was unbelievable.
Non-stop, unbelievable quality.
I mean, our day was great anyway, because we'd had an early start. Talked about that in the preview. It was a glorious day.
It was.
Excitement. One of the notes I've made here is that it's a bloody long driveway to get up to there. So you turn right off the road, and
you think, I'm here. 10 minutes later, you finally make it.
Still
to the
going. Yeah. Not one for being modest about the entrance to something like that. Is he?
I did manage to shave a couple of minutes off my Trump driveway drive on the second day when I had to run back for my shoes, though.
Well, you knew where the corners were this time.
I did, yeah. I was taking them at full tilt.
My Skoda hasn't ever been around a corner that quick. But I mean,
I forgot I was driving your car. Shouldn't have told you that, should I?
Yeah, I need new pads and discs now, Chris. But do you know what? We mentioned Adrian. Adrian was who invited us on to play at Trump, and I really distinctly remember this now. When we finished, because we'd kind of been going round and we'd been saying, this is amazing, wow, oh my goodness, and he was great because he could tell us all the good vantage points to see.
Yeah, he was brilliant at that, wasn't he? Just every time,
so good.
Every time we got to a good vantage point, he'd be like, right, just go up to this tee and we'll have a little wander up here and you can just tell us what you can see from that tee. It was invaluable, wasn't it?
And he's a good golfer, so he's played from those tees.
He's a very good golfer.
So it was like, oh right, we can see what's actually happening here.
But he did also say that they basically never actually used the back tees for anything. So they didn't even use them. So a couple of weeks before they'd had the DP World Tour there, so they didn't even use all the back tees for that.
Yeah.
It's like, what's the
yeah,
point in having them
point?
there? I mean, I guess it's just, it's Trump. Let's make this biggest, longest course in Scotland.
Yeah, I'm going to give everyone a bit of context on this, because until you've gone and interrogated the website, you don't know these facts about this course. But looking at the scorecard, so they have 6 different tees you can choose from. So
I think the only word to describe my feeling after, like, the day before we were playing it, a couple of days before, looking at the scorecard, was terrified.
Fear. Pure, unadulterated fear.
And a couple of people have told me it's just incredibly difficult. So I was kind of going in there, and you look at the yardages and you go, oh my God, this place is going to be criminally difficult. I mean, 7,452 yards.
Off the black ones, which, he said they never use, and nobody's ever really done anything with that, but they've got the option.
Yeah.
But even the gold, which is... the main tee's got to be gold, hasn't it? It's the Trump family. But that's 7,000, and we played off the blues, which is 6,600. And I remember, again, Adrian was quite relieved when we said, we're happy to play off the blues. We're not trying to make this more difficult for ourselves.
It's funny, isn't it? I don't think up until that Scotland trip, I'd not really realised how much people want to go out there and just play from the tips, right? I mean, most of the Americans are like, right, we're just going to play this, and we want to play it from the tips. That's the only place we're going to play it from. Even if we don't enjoy our day and we play horribly. Like, they're not good golfers, a lot of them, and they just play right from the back tees. I don't know.
Yeah. We're just good time golfers, mate. That's what it is.
Well, exactly, yeah.
But, the range down, so you've got the blues, which is what we played. Then you've got the whites, or silver, I should say, went down to 6,300 yards. Then you had greens, which are 5,800, and then you had reds, they were the forward tees at 5,200. Now, I've seen some courses that are on our top 100 list that are hovering around 5,500 yards. So that's off the forward tees. Now, that just gives you a bit of context. And then further context is that this course are the black tees. So there's a slope rating for each course. So now this new, for those not initiated, the new handicap system, each course has got a slope rating. It's a number that's a measure of how difficult it is. It's out of 155. From the black tees, Trump International Aberdeen scores 153.
Boom.
Off the blue tees, which is the simpler, let's have fun tee, it's 147 it was for us. So for me, and I can't remember, maybe Woodall Spa must have got me to this, because I'm sure it was a 150 something at Woodall Spa.
Yeah.
But it's the joint, if not the highest handicap bump for me. I went from 17.6 to 25 shots that I would get on this course. That's 8 shots, 7.5 shots added on.
Yeah. But it's interesting because I went in there and I said, like, the only word to describe it was looking at the card was terrified. And then you look at some of the pictures and you go, oh my God, I'm even more terrified now. But actually, I think playing it, like I said, we played from the blues. We had a good day. It wasn't windy.
Yeah.
But it didn't feel as intimidating as I thought it would. I think stood on the first tee, I felt pretty intimidated. It's a pretty narrow fairway, and you're thinking, like, you can't go left or you can't go right. It's a lost ball. And there was a bit of that. So I think if you do miss the fairway, you're pretty much going to lose the ball. Unless you play with Adrian,
he was a bloodhound. Every member we play with is a bloodhound for finding a golf ball. Is it just us?
Maybe
because we're members of a golf club. We haven't. Maybe we need to download some software. We can see the ball a little bit better.
We're still playing enough golf.
It feels it was fairway or bust, this place.
Yeah,
you hit it.
But the fairways were pretty big, right?
I thought they were really wide actually. Once you got on
really wide, like some of them visually were a bit intimidating, but not. I think it's maybe because I'd gone in there with a preconception that it was going to be like just impossible, and like you're going to stand there and go, "This is a nightmare. I can't even hit a shot. I'm too terrified. I'm just going to kick it off the tee." But actually, it wasn't like that. There was always more than one option as well, right? So you could always there's always a layup option, or you can cut over a stream and go to the left and take on that bit of the fairway. So there's always a little bit of an option to kind of take a different shot each time.
Yeah,
which I loved about it. I think that was the thing that was done best for me, was just the level of shot making that you could do around there. You could go around there 30 times and you could play a different tee shot every time.
Yeah, I think you could.
Yeah, you could.
I mean, I wouldn't. I played incredibly well, so
but
I'd
then
take my tee shots as they were.
Having said that, I mean, obviously Adrian was a good player, but I can only think of maybe once or twice that he got his driver out, and it's a long course,
He
right?
didn't really, did
He didn't. He was like position,
Yeah.
get it in the fairway, and
Don't
you can play
spray
from there.
Fascinating. Yeah, I
so
think
I
that's
think
the
that's-
one thing I took from Trump actually, and how Adrian played it.
Yeah.
There was no like, it's like always take your ego out of it. You don't have to get driver out everywhere. What a. Listen, it was an absolutely fucking incredible course. Like it really was.
I mean, yeah. In terms of our ratings of courses so far, like it
let's do it. Let's go straight to our ranking
so quickly.
It's
to
number one. It's like, number one.
Yeah,
like
100%.
that now. That's the course to beat.
Yeah,
I think, and everyone should know me and my personality by now, and you'd think, well, yes, of course, it's Trump. He's got all the fineries and whatever.
But then, if you know my personality, I'd be going in there probably not wanting to like it.
Yeah, that's
but
it.
I just came away just completely blown away.
Let's be honest.
Dazzled by it.
We probably didn't articulate this, but deep down, we probably would have relished in hating it, or not hating it, but like going, it wasn't all it was cracked up to be.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, we should discuss the round pricing. To play there as a visitor is £495 for a round.
Yeah.
Comfortably the most expensive that we've encountered.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And you would, and also the name of the person who owns it, you would be looking for things to absolutely hate about that, and slates and whatever.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
I've tried. There's a few things I will bring out, but there is
Really?
nothing that's. But yeah, there's nothing that gets rid of your enjoyment of the round. There's nothing that you go, oh my god, that was terrible. It's just nitpicky little things, you know. The locker room wasn't right for me.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
I didn't like that.
Well, but once you step on the course, I mean, even if
Melted
I was being the most nitpicking I could possibly be, I'm not really sure I would come back with anything.
Not on the course, you
Like,
can't,
it was
can
just,
you?
But I mean, I think it was just, it was an example of just money being no object, right?
Yeah.
Like, we were chatting to Adrian, and he's been a member there for a few years, and he was saying, "Oh, this hole's already changed. You know, it's only been there for 10 years. It's like it's already been remodeled.
Who changes
like a million times by the sounds of it." He's like, "Oh yeah, we filled this bunker in, and this green used to be over here, and we're about to build a new hole around there for the 14th or whatever." And you're like, "Crikey!" Like it's a constantly evolving beast, isn't it? Like it's non-stop development.
I suppose we ought to talk about the new course very briefly. Not what we played, and it's not in our list.
Yeah.
But it opened that weekend.
It did. Well, yeah, it opened that
crazy,
weekend. We were there.
Really. And Adrian said that the members got invited.
Yes, he'd been out and played it. And he was like, "Yeah, it's equally as incredible."
I think he actually said if there's actually a possibility it might even be better than the old course.
Well, I think he said there was a 4-ball play, didn't he? And I think there was a couple that were. I think it was maybe one sat on the fence. There was one that thought it was better, one that thought it was worse, and then one that just couldn't bring himself to decide.
In the ballpark, isn't it? Of that kind of quality of course. And
so I think
and you could see a lot of that, couldn't you? In the front nine, you could see a lot of the new course.
You could, and it did look very different. Like it didn't look nearly as Juney.
Yeah,
if that's a word.
I mean, it is now. How do you describe the type of this course? Because is that a links course? Is that a duneland course? Is that even a word? I don't know. Like
we're making them up as we go.
Yeah, that's it. Because there's links, there's heathland, there's moorland, there's parkland.
Yeah, I mean it is a links, right? Because
it's on the coast, but it's so in the dunes.
It is links land, but you do often get links in the dunes like that, but not to that extent. Because I think, and ultimately those dunes have been man-made, right? So it's not natural land that you're playing through, but it doesn't feel that unnatural. It doesn't feel, you don't go away going,
honestly, it feels like those valleys were put there for a golf course.
Yeah, it feels like it's been there. Those dunes have been there for hundreds of years, and obviously they haven't. But I mean,
they did a great job getting rid of all the wildlife and sticking a golf course there. Well, bravo, well done.
I mean, as a man who loves both wildlife and golf, I'm not that upset by it because that golf course is just so good.
You got one or the other, haven't you? So it's fine.
Fuck the Badgers.
Yeah. Is that the new podcast slogan now? Fuck the Badgers. There we go. It was just, there's a couple of things we talked about as we were going around with Adrian as well, and they obviously had that tournament there the weekend before, but I couldn't see where they could get the spectators because everything was like high-sided dunes.
Yeah.
You've got this hole that's right through the middle of it, snaking sometimes, straight sometimes just a load of crap, and then it's the green.
Yeah.
And it's like, where are people going to go? Where are people going to stand? Like,
I think
you couldn't stand there all day, could you?
But I was very surprised by that, because I was going in there thinking, right, this course has been built to host the Open, right? That's the main reason for building that. But Adrian was saying, actually, the course has been designed to be the best golf course it can possibly be, and they've not really designed it in a way that you can get spectators on there. So he said they are going to start to think about remodeling it and changing it a bit so you can get spectators on there. But at the minute, it's just made to be the most glorious golf course it can possibly be. Let me
give you some modest words from Mr. Eric Trump about this course, and we'll see. So you get Chris has got. See, I strongly urge people, if they're listening to this, please watch the YouTube one on this one, because we are going to put pictures of some of the holes up. Because
although normally we do have a beer or wine or a whiskey, but we are drinking herbal tea today.
Tea today, yeah, absolutely. Kids going back to school, we've been caught out by it, but we're going to be putting pictures of some of the holes that we're talking about and things like that as well. And listen, I'm very, very acutely aware this is a £500 a round per person round of golf.
Yeah,
there are going to be a very small number of people who are going to actually make it to playing there.
Yeah.
Not through like a trying, whatever, but you try to convince 3 other people to come and pay £500 to come play golf with you, so you might want to do it on your own.
But it was kind of weird though, wasn't it? Because you'd expect it to be like just mega busy. But Adrian was saying there's only a handful of members. There's not really many members.
Yeah.
And actually you can pretty much book a tea time a couple of days in advance.
Yeah, well, we did.
Yeah.
Didn't we?
Because
it's no problem.
It's just it's so expensive to either be a member or go and play it that it's just not getting that footfall. I don't know whether that will change over time or whether...
Well, this might change it.
Okay.
So, Mr. Eric Trump, this is his own words. So, for many years, my father searched for the perfect stretch of linksland to build the greatest golf destination on earth. Driven by his love of Scotland, my grandmother's homeland. I mean, there's got away with words, haven't they? And his passion for the game, this breakthrough location was discovered.
Breathtaking.
Is that what I did? Did I not say that?
No, you said breakthrough.
Oh, did I? Sorry. Breathtaking. That's how bad it is. I can't read. Woven through majestic great dunes. Having opened in 2012 to unprecedented international acclaim, the old course was rated best modern links for 7 consecutive years. Is consistently ranked amongst the top 100 golf courses in the world, and has secured the coveted spot of best Scottish links. I trust you will have an incredible round. Enjoy the greatest 36, which is their slogan for these 2 courses. So, like I say, not one to be knowingly modest, I think. But look, I think with the course, they could be onto something there with describing it like that.
I mean, if the new course is as good as the old course, then I'm not going to go up there and argue too much about that being the greatest 36.
I mean,
that was just something else.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. So we're going to probably we'll talk about a couple of little bits about the course kind of generally, but we're going to try and give you a flavour of the golf course, not hole by hole, because you don't want to listen to us talk about 18 holes, but certainly give you an idea of some of them. Now, the greens.
I think it's only relevant to do this for this course because, like I say, for me,
it feels it's justified for this course.
It was just like a greatest hits of golf. Like it was just.
Well,
every time you stood on the tee, you were just like, "Fuck."
I think I think I took a picture of every single tee. Like it was.
I mean, is that not true? Every course we played so far.
Yeah, usually there's 1 or 2 that I miss out, but like everywhere you stood, you either had. And it was, you see the picture on the website, and it is like, it's this kind of browny,
fescue
grass, and then suddenly this green fairway comes in. And when we were walking along the course, I was like, bearing in mind they've had a tournament here a week ago, I was like, I couldn't find any divots.
No, it was weird, wasn't it?
And then one of the things Adrian said to us as well was, he goes, they don't want you to repair the divots.
Yeah.
Because they want to
come out and
comb the course.
Yeah.
Reseed it. Yeah. Do it properly rather than a botch job that you're going to do.
Yeah.
And I think even that is just like, that's attention to detail to make sure it's presented. Yeah. And it was presented immaculately. Now, even
I don't even think immaculately covers it, to be honest. It was
fucking immaculately.
Perfect. Nail on the head.
I mean, the course condition, it was fabulous.
It was
a fabulous
beautiful
golf course to play on.
It was
springy, bouncy turf. You get to the greens and they're rolling like carpets.
Yeah.
and you can even the rough bits in inverted commas, look like they've just made them look like that in keeping with how they want the overall look of the hole to go.
I think it's the contrast as well. So the fairways are so green. Like, bearing in mind this has been like probably the driest summer we've ever had, and everywhere else has been a bit burnt out and a bit brown. These were just like
lush.
Like they painted them green.
Totally.
Well, and I wouldn't be surprised if they had painted them green, because they were just so green. Then you get the big fescue grass growing up around it, which is obviously this kind of brown.
Big spray painted yellow.
Yeah, every yellow colour. It just pops, doesn't it?
Didn't
Everything
it?
just pops, and it just, I don't know.
It was a visceral kind of course, I think.
Yeah.
Like, everything you got was like just wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Straight away.
Definitely.
We've got the colour contrast, and then also every tee almost seen was an elevated tee.
Yeah, a
So
lot of elevated
hole
tees
in front of you.
Yeah.
Which I think was, again, amazing.
Yeah.
But also, considering you're in an elevated tee pretty much at every tee, you didn't really see any of the other holes or anybody else playing or anything like that. So you
but also it didn't get boring. Like, sometimes you think it's kind of the same vista off each tee, but it was just totally, every hole was just totally different.
Spectacular.
Totally spectacular.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's the word, I think. It was absolutely spectacular.
Yeah.
Feast for the eyes. We keep using that phrase on this podcast, but we like that. And it was just, we did. Of course, we got lucky. Like, weather like that.
Up
in Aberdeen. And I can imagine if the wind starts kicking up, then that's a tough place to play.
It's totally different. I mean, you look at the 18th and you play it off the back tees, and it's 640 yards or something to the finishing hole.
Absolutely
and that
insane numbers. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we you arrive, you get your welcome pack, which Chris has got. He's got you get a little tartan bag with Trump on it. You get some teas in there. You get your course planner, which this is the only second one I've got. Both have been free so far. So the second one I've got, and you. Obviously, you go out and there's a fantastic practice area. We never encountered it before, but there was a gang of caddies waiting to take what looked like 40 Americans all ready to go out on the course, which was surreal. Like, you could tell that they were just like, we're not getting any business off these guys. Let's go over there and let's see if we can get
poor
get
English folk.
Yeah, and it kind of like, then they've got these signs up everywhere, and I think you'd expect the Trump organization do that kind of drama well. And they've got these big signs up explaining about how it's come about and how the land, has been developed into this amazing golf course and all this kind of stuff. The starter was lovely. He's like, we play, great, have a good day, kind of thing. And then you kind of come around this corner, which you've got no idea where you're going. You do
I mean, it's just all dunes around you, right? You can't really see anything.
I like this bit. So the starter wasn't on the first tee.
No,
he was before that.
Yeah.
And he said, right, off you go and go and play.
Uphill.
And you go and you turn around and you come to that view yourself.
Yeah.
And it was a bit like gulp time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, we're here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes, they're pretty narrow.
Yeah. I think that
got to hit it straight.
I don't know whether it was just because the first tee, but I feel like that was the most intimidating tee shot of the day. It felt like the narrowest fairway to hit. It probably wasn't. It probably wasn't. I think because it does. A lot of them started off narrow, and then they really open up, and then the pitch, like kind of your landing area is actually pretty big.
Yeah, I think so. So I think. I mean, I can't say that a slope-rated 147 course is fair. I don't think I can say that, but certainly you could be a bit conservative, but you have to get it off the tee. You can't be duffing it on this. No. Like, it's gone. No, ball's gone.
Yeah.
So that's the first hole. A lot of them were kind of like long and straight, but very strategically placed bunkers.
Yeah, and bits of water and
yeah. And that's something I've not really experienced yet on any of the real course that we played. It's like burns coming across.
Yeah.
Number 2 had a burn coming across. You flirted with.
Didn't flirt with it. It was
just
perfectly placed. 30 centimeters on the other side.
Sort of looking going. Is that going in? Is that? Oh no, it's fine.
The only thing is, I'd hit like a 7-iron for safety.
Yeah, let's take the danger out of it. And then you come to the third, which is a par 3, and we mentioned this one is because on the left-hand side there's a little inlet, and there's basically a beach.
Yeah,
the biggest bunker in the world, sort of thing. And did you end up You didn't know you were short of that, weren't you? You
Yeah, I wasn't quite that bad.
On there. Yeah,
I was unbeached.
Unbeached.
We are making a hell of a lot of words up in this episode.
It's the way to do it. It's the way to do it. And then kind of. Oh, now hole 4.
It's a cracking hole.
To look at it is it's a long straight hole. It's a 513-yard par 5.
Yeah.
563 off the black, which will probably give you those yardages as we're going. But they've got this burn that's sort of snake. It's man-made totally, but it snakes all the way along the right-hand side of the fairway.
It does.
I think the hole sort of slopes a bit down that way.
Yeah.
So anything errant will catch you. But I remember walking on it going, when you're down in the fairway, I was like, this isn't as bad.
No.
As it was sort of made out, and you think in your head.
Exactly. And I think all of the holes are designed to just get in your head a little bit and go, whoa, you can't do this.
Yeah.
But actually, I think if you can boil it down to just thinking positive thoughts and thinking about the fairway, then actually it's not that bad.
Yeah. I mean, we did. I think I took driver out twice.
Yeah.
I think that was 18, which we'll get to, and that was 10, which it required a driver.
Yeah,
it was a long
I think
hole.
it was quite a lot of holes before I got my driver out. And I think Adrian made a comment. He was like, "I thought you were too scared to take your driver out today." He's like, "I don't know why you were worried about it. I creamed one down the middle."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but that's it. You hit it really, really well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just using a 3 hybrid most of the time off the
It just felt like the right thing to do, didn't it? Get in position.
In play. Yeah. And I think that I took that as a lesson from there. If you can get that working, getting yourself in the fairway, I think it sets you up in a better frame of mind as well.
Yeah.
Because you can probably sort of muddle your way through the fairway after that. The tee shot that's the key thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It just sets you up on the
you're
not playing catch up straight away.
Yeah.
But that was a magnificent hole.
Yeah, I love that hole.
I really liked it. And
one of my favourites.
Again, greens, like lovely green complexes built up.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like the bunkers were like crazy deep and numerous or anything like that.
Yeah, they weren't particularly, but they were well placed.
I should have done this research, and I don't know who the designers are of the course, but what a wonderful job they've done with this place.
I think I love a strategic golf course. With this, I wasn't really going in there expecting strategy. I was expecting it's just going to be really long and really hard, and that's its bit. But I think actually it was a lot more nuanced than I was anticipating. And I think, like I say, you had so many options. You've almost got like a couple of fairways to aim at, and a lot of times you can either go down that right hand side and go into a bit different fairway, or you can cut the corner and kind of go over onto a bit further up, kind of the left or whatever. There's just so many options.
So it did feel like that, didn't it? It felt like you could also just go, I'll take a sort of a mid to long iron off the tee.
And that was a good play a lot of the time.
Good play, I think. Yeah, absolutely. Play to your handicap sort of thing, and do it that way. If you're chasing a score, I mean, sometimes you just want to just grip it and rip it sort of thing. And then we got to the 6th, which is and this is a picture we will put up. That's a brutally hard par 3. You hit the green or you don't.
Yeah.
And then if you don't hit the green, you're fucked.
Yeah. But again, it's one of those that actually the green opens out a little bit once you get down there. But from the tee,
visually,
you've just got a V. You've just got a V of yellow, and you can just see the little strip of the green running up the middle.
That's it. That's all
it. You hit your shot or you don't.
And again, thankful to Adrian being there saying it does open up.
Yeah.
I didn't make use of that information, but
you did not know.
It does open up.
I mean, you were. If there's something worse than position Z, you were
very
there.
wide right, yeah.
Whereas I absolutely nailed one. I had a nice shot in there.
Your shot was unbelievable, actually, on that one. It was it looked right on the money right from the start. As soon as he hit it, it was a cracking shot, that one. And then you kind of get to this 7, 8, 9 stretch where you've gone all the way out, and now you're headed back towards the clubhouse, and you can see that absolutely massive Scottish flag that's at the clubhouse the whole way in.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is the biggest thing you've ever seen.
It's definitely the biggest flag I've ever seen by quite a margin. But to the extent where it moves in a different way, it's like a completely different entity, kind of ripple, just this ripple effect.
Slow motion ripple.
Yeah, slow motion ripple. It was weird.
That's it. It was very weird. And then you get to 9, and that brings you right up to where the practice area, and you go around the front of the clubhouse.
Yeah.
go and get yourself a little halfway drink and things like that. And I was trying to figure out where to fill up the water, and like go into the bar and go, oh, there's just water on the side, so please help yourself. Right, great, yeah, no problem. And then we get to hole number 10, which, again, have a look at this on YouTube and have a look at the picture.
Yeah.
It's mental.
It's mental. Like,
what's going on with that hole? I can only describe it as it's a fishing hook.
Fishing hook fairway.
Yeah. It's in front of you. You've got if you imagine a fishing hook, you've got the long bit and then you've got the bit that curls around with the little hook on it to get the fish. And the hook bit is on the right-hand side, the long bit's on the front.
I don't think it necessarily needs to be a fishing hook, does it? It could just be any hook, right?
Could be a U-bend. Any hook, yeah, absolutely. Anything that's shaped like a hook, really, I suppose. But it was
hook-shaped.
It felt like it didn't have any purpose for having that bit on the right, because that wasn't another route in. It was just a bit
I guess it's, I don't know, like a bit of a bailout area if you've got a slice, I don't know.
It was odd, because, and also Adrian didn't say, oh, well, actually, you've got a couple of options here, because he was just like, this is the hole to get your driver out, because you've got a big inviting fairway. And
it was pretty big.
Really inviting.
Yeah.
And again, this is one of these things where you kind of go, oh, it's intimidating and whatever. And the picture here on the course planner, the fairway doesn't look that wide, but you get there.
It's pretty big,
and
right?
It's like 70 degrees of your field of vision is fairway.
Yeah.
It's doable. Really, really doable.
Yeah. But I think the money shot for this hole is when you get up to the green, isn't it? It just...
You sort of, it dog legs a little bit to the left and rises as you're going, and it narrows before you, it opens out to where the green is. And
you can't see the green, can you?
Can't see it.
For your second shot.
Natural amphitheatre.
Yeah.
And, it's rough all around it. And actually, the view that I liked the best was, so when you finish off the back of that, and you head up to the 11th tee, and Adrian said that he actually stood and watched the DP World Tour event there from that spot.
He found himself a little hill, didn't he? Where it looked like only one man could stand.
Exactly. Yeah, that's members' knowledge, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you look back down that hole and that fairway, and I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
I've fallen in love with this place just on that view. It was incredible. Absolutely incredible. And then, you hit 11. 11 was a dog leg. Again, sort of, narrow tee boxes, all that, narrow fairways. 12s felt like a bit of a all right hole. It was decent, but it just wasn't like as good as some of the ones that we'd just come off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was a fairly straightforward par 4, wasn't it?
And then 13, quite an inviting par 3, this one. But again, if you're short, you're nowhere.
Or if you shank one to the right, you're really fucked, which I did.
Yeah, but you found your ball.
I did find my ball.
Which was incredible.
Still made a 7 or something, but
we'll get to the scorecards in a minute. And then the granddaddy of them now, hole 14. That's the signature hole at Trump Aberdeen.
And we've seen that quite a lot, haven't we, on like social media and stuff like that. But actually, just stood there on that tee it's fucking beautiful. It's really stunning.
And I think that was the most intimidating tee shot. I think because. Up till now, you'd kind of got used to the fact that you could say, actually, the fairway's quite wide there. This looked narrow, and it probably was a little bit narrow as well, actually. And I think it was a pressure and signature hole challenge and all that kind of stuff, but that was an intimidating tee shot, I thought.
The results would suggest that as well.
Yeah, that's it. But it played all right, didn't it?
Yeah.
Actually, and we were good with the wind, and you got a really good view out to the North Sea, and... This is the archetypal contrast between the darker natural colours of beach, sea, dunes, and this just lush green fairway all the way up, snaking up. Yeah. And what a magnificent roll of golf.
Like I say, I defy any golfer to go there and not just come away going, that was unbelievable.
It was so good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was so good. Absolutely loved it. 15, I think 15 might have been the one that Adrian was saying they're thinking of potentially remodeling. I'm not sure. Yeah. It was one of these things they're going to remodel. 16 was again another par 3s. I think they went hard.
No, that's it. It was a difficult course, right? And there's some really difficult holes, but there's also some really scoreable holes in there. Like 15, that's a perfectly scoreable hole.
Yeah.
14 is pretty scoreable as well. Like, there's definitely opportunities out there to make some birdies and make a score. Not that I did any of that, but
no, not at all.
There's definitely opportunities.
Love that.
Well, I mean, Adrian did he get 2 eagles? He kicked first hole. He got an eagle, didn't he? Two eagles in the day. Yeah. So it's there for the taking.
2 eagles, Adrian. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, as like I said, he's a very good golfer, not just a good golfer. And then sort of 17 was a nice enough hole, but it leads you up to what is the insanity, I would say, of hole 18.
I mean, that's got to be the most mental finishing hole we're going to play.
I think they've just done it just exactly for that.
Yeah.
It's like, let's just make something really commentable, really just like, it's insane. So it's off the blacks, it's a par 5 that's 651 yards.
Yeah.
Off our blues, it was a par 5 that's 586 yards. I don't think I got anywhere near 600 yards on it.
Into the wind as well.
And you're really high up.
Yeah.
You can see that clubhouse. You can see that ridiculous Scottish flag just moving in slow motion, rippling and whatever.
Yeah.
And then you know, not just to add a little bit of extra challenge, right in your landing zone where your driver would normally land, they've got not quite across the fairway, but on an angle, like a diagonal angle facing away from you, left to right. They've got 3 bunkers.
Yeah, and then a pond on the left.
And a pond on the left. So you've got to kind of either go big or go home. That's literally it.
Do you know what that hole gave me the feeling of, which I don't think I've ever had on a golf course, is it kind of takes you back to when you've just started playing golf.
Yeah.
And you just keep hitting shots and keep hitting shots and keep hitting shots, and you still fucking nowhere near the green, and you're like, am I ever going to get there? And I've never had that feeling before since I've,
it was exactly
become reasonably accomplished at golf.
I remember like I was hitting my 3 hybrid so well that day, and I hit my drive and I skied it, and it ended up short of these bunkers. I was like, right, fine, I'm safe, it's fine. And I hit it, and Adrian was walking along, and he didn't see it. He goes, I've not seen it, but that is a great pickup. Like, that sounded amazing. I was like, yeah, that was really, really good. And it was, a little baby draw or whatever, and then it started rolling out towards the left. But I was like, I've hit it, and then I get to my ball. I'm looking at the GPS,
I'm going to have to do it again.
I've still got another 280 yards to go here. Like, this is ridiculous. And it was just never ending, wasn't it? But
it felt like that.
And there was like, it felt like they'd almost bolted 2 holes together and just got, let's get rid of the green in between and just just play the whole thing. But I mean, look, it's memorable because of that, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't dislike that hole. I think it's a great finishing hole because of it.
I do. I loved it.
You will always talk about that hole of golf. So, look, that was our little trying to describe this, but please, I keep saying it, but get on our YouTube, we'll put these pictures of the holes actually up. So we'll get to our scoring actually, which was fascinating really. So I said my handicap got bumped up to 25 on this one. So I actually finished net even par. I basically played some handicap, got 36 points.
Pretty good going.
Yeah, it was unprecedented, as Eric Trump said in his little welcome. But I felt like it was just solid the whole way around. I was quite happy with the way I played.
Yeah.
Well, I should be. I was ecstatic actually with the way I played, and on a difficult course and one that you're really excited about. It's always nice that. But we had a side bet and we had a signature hole challenge. Signature hole challenge was obviously the 14th.
Yeah.
And that was net score. So net, you got a 5, I got a 4.
Did you beat me on that hole?
Yeah.
Even though
I had 2 shots on that one.
Ah, right, okay.
Yeah, I had 2 shots. Because you hit your tee shot and then your next one didn't go very far.
Yes,
you
true.
sort of topped it or something. I'm not sure.
I've
never seen, but I'm glad I got it on video. I was like
topping an iron.
When you're just like expecting the ball just to go up towards the green, like I was like, oh, it's there.
Thanks, mate.
I've watched the video back and it's like, he's cracked under the pressure. It was brilliant. So that was our signature hole challenge. Obviously, we'll get the footage on for everyone to enjoy, and that's a stroke index 2 that hole.
Yeah.
Stroke index 1 was the 4th. I'm just trying to remind myself of the 4th. I'm just going to have a look at our course planner. Oh, that's the one with the snaky burn all the way along there. I think we all played that really well, I thought.
I don't think I did.
No, but you again, you topped your tee shot, but it made the bit of the fairway and then just kept rolling. Yeah. And I think we were like, going to keep rolling. Right? It was just kept going. So I think you managed to get a good distance out of it. And then, as always, Chris, good recovery shot. That's just a hallmark of your play. And then our side bet was the lowest net score on the par 5s. So the first hole was a par 5. You got 4, I got 5. The 4th hole was a par 5. You got 5, I got 4. So we're level there. The next par 5 was the 10th. You got 6, I got 5 net. So now I'm in the lead. And then we came to the 18th. I got 4. I got 2 shots in that one.
Oh, these bloody 2 shotters have come.
You got a 7 net.
Yeah. I knew it felt like a long hole.
That's pretty bad, isn't it? So I've got a clean sweep, Chris.
Nice, well done,
Mish. Clean sweep.
Yeah, you
overall,
played. You played much better than me that day. You deserve to take those.
I played well.
You did, yeah.
I'll give myself a pat on the back. I think I deserve that. Yeah. It's very rare that I walk off these courses and think, do you know what? I actually did myself some sort of justice there. Now, one thing I do want to bring out, because I know a load of my friends ask me this question, but non-golfers. Yes, you can buy MAGA hats in the pro shop at Trump International.
If you've got a couple of £100 to spare.
Tell me about the prices, Chris, because you came out and you went, what are those prices in there?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really one for hanging around a pro shop and buying shit like Nish, but in this instance I did, because I was actually waiting for you because you were buying something. And I was
chocolates, like a gold bar with Trump written on it. I was like, the kids are gonna love that.
So I was just having a little mooch around, and there's some nice like head covers. I was like, that's quite a nice like leather looking head cover, £400. Like,
it's eye-watering, wasn't it?
It was absolutely mental. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think there was anything in there that was less than £200 that I saw.
Yeah, I mean, I remember. So I don't know why I've suddenly halfway through this challenge I've decided the course that we played. Yeah. I'm gonna buy a golf ball from each place. I'll get the marker. Yeah. I've actually ditched that idea now because I'm like, this is ridiculous. Okay, there's no point. Like I'm never gonna display them or anything. I've just got these golf balls for no reason. Yeah. But what I've thought I'll do is, having said that, it depends what time you play, doesn't it? Because the pro shop could be closed. But I thought, well, Trump I've got. Felt like especially, but also we finish and that's number 1. Yeah. Like, get the ball for the next one that you think supersedes that. Yeah. So you kind of got a bit of an idea. But that's not going to work. We finish at 7 o'clock. The pro shop isn't open. So you can't pick up that ball. But it was dead funny. So I went, I couldn't see them anywhere in the pro shop. And I think, there's no way that Donald is missing an opportunity to sell you a ball with Trump written on it. So I've gone, do you sell the golf balls with Trump International written on it? He's like, oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. We do sleeves of 3. Yeah. And I was like, do you have single ones? Oh, yeah, we got single ones as well. Upsell straight away. Upsell, yeah. Like, £75, please, sir. That kind of thing. Yeah, it's insane, that kind of price, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously geared up for the American market, right?
Yeah.
I think Adrian was saying that some of them just get like container loads of stuff and ship back to America, like 10 grand's worth of stuff that's spent in the shop.
Which in itself is bizarre. It's not like Trump courses in America.
Well, no, yeah, but I guess they've got Trump Scotland on there. I don't know. Americans love Scotland.
It's just, I mean, this was the middle, but it's the last review that we're doing of our Scottish trip, but it was in the middle of our Scottish trip. So we played Gullen first, Trump second, Cruden Bay third, and each course had different characteristics in terms of the people that were there. Like Gullen was this machine almost of people turning up. I mean, Trump had that, but it wasn't as busy. No. It didn't feel that busy, did it?
It wasn't, no.
And even when we dropped in for lunch, I mean, I think we probably would have been struggling for a table, really, but because we'd booked it was fine. But, it wasn't heaving.
No, it wasn't at all,
like
no.
That. People coming in, they could get a table straight away. All that kind of stuff. And, they had like $2,000 cigars on for sale and all this sort of malarkey. And then you hit Cruden Bay, which is the opposite of all of that.
Just
it's like anti-corporate.
Right?
It's like we're not doing any of that. So what a wonderful trip.
It was a great trio of courses, wasn't it?
And to walk away with our number 1 course so far.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a tough sort of long weekend of golf to beat, I think.
This is going to be a tough course to beat. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what a course it's going to be beating this one.
I mean, I think, like I say, if I think as we were going round, we said if this was called something else, I can't remember what term Adrian gave
said,
it.
I think it's where it is, where it's located. If it was called this links or something,
then it would be much further up the list. And I think I probably agree with that.
But you can't. We said in the preview you can't detach the course from the owner.
Yeah, I think there's part of the ownership, and partly because it's new, right, and it's not got the history and all that kind of stuff of the others. Yeah. But if you're looking at it objectively from a golf course point of view, I don't see how it's going to get any better than that.
No, the next one's going to be interesting. Next trip to Scotland, so we got another trip to Scotland coming up in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah, like
that's chalk and cheese. Yeah. That is, we're playing a very new course, Dunbarney Links. Yeah, maybe 10 years it's been open. And Carnoustie.
Yeah.
Everybody knows it, and it's been around there probably since the dawn of time almost,
Yeah.
That's going to be an interesting contrast, I think.
Yeah.
It's worth staying subscribed for the updates on this, I think.
I mean, actually, it's a pretty good double header, that as well.
That's an unbelievable.
I'm looking forward to it.
Scotland, you're just going to get that all the time, aren't you?
Yeah,
With whatever you play. But yeah, I mean, what a golf course. Would you be so bold as to say it's worth paying £495 to go and play there, Chris?
I mean, that's a big question. £500 is a lot.
It's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money. But having said that,
you get a pouch.
You get a pouch.
You get 4 teas in that pouch.
I don't know. The thing is, a lot of the other ones are ramping their prices up as well, right? So if you go and play Kings Barnes, whatever, that's going to cost you £500 as well. So it's almost like that's the going rate for some of those bigger courses up there. So I mean, we've not played any of those other ones yet, so I can't really compare them, but it's pretty fucking good. It was pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I think you can get desensitized to the price of these things
a little bit.
The quality of golf course you're playing.
Yeah.
It should be whatever. But yeah, I mean that's gonna really take some shifting out of my top 5. At the end of this.
I agree.
Yeah, that's gonna be fascinating. Now, it will be remiss of us to not finish this review by just having 5 minutes about the tension fest that was the Ryder Cup on Sunday.
Yeah.
How that ended up being that tight and that close at the end.
Watching Donald Trump.
Exactly.
As we're doing Trump Scotland.
Luke Donald about that, didn't they? Just happened, whatever, so stoke something up for no reason. But I mean, what a weekend.
Oh, mental.
Just the highs of Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
The sheer despair.
I mean, I said to you earlier, didn't I, that I almost didn't, and I've said this before, that if it's so one-sided during the first 2 days, then the singles just become pointless. And I was at that point, I was like, I'll sit and watch it, but I'll watch a little bit of it, and once we're ahead in a few, I'll switch it off.
Yeah.
And luckily, we were ahead in a few. Luckily, I didn't switch it off. Otherwise, I'd been very disappointed when you turned it back on later.
Just wait for the first point, European point to come through. Oh, yeah. Okay, just wait for the... Oh, okay.
Shit.
That's not happening.
Where are these points going to come from all of a sudden?
It was crazy. The first time I've ever gone to the pub to go and watch that last day.
Yeah.
And, I mean, what an evening we had. It was just drama the whole time. I'm a superstitious fella at the best of times, and I was like, we were doing all right, and then I changed seats because we were all sat in a row. It was a bit weird, like to talk to each other. You had to kind of lean forwards. So I went, I'll go and sit here, and then it hadn't twigged, and then suddenly, like, there was this cascade of red point, like American points coming in. I was like, change seat. I'm gonna go back, and then we started getting a couple of halves coming through, and I was like, right, I'm staying here now. I'm not moving, that kind of thing. But what a day of drama! What a Ryder Cup, I mean,
it had a bit of everything, that Ryder Cup, didn't it? Like
angst, a lot of angst,
a lot of angst, a lot of anger, a lot of just shitty behaviour,
louty behaviour.
Yeah, but it had a lot of drama, and it was.
Yeah,
it was a pretty good spectacle in the end. I think
it'll be fascinating to see how the next 2 pan out. I expect, and I know what's going to happen at Adair Manor. We're almost going to go, this is how crowds should be. That we have that degree of decorum. I think I call it basic manners and stuff about how we support our team. We're pro our team, not anti.
Yeah, I think that's the difference.
That's the key difference. I think that's the nail on the head sort of thing.
But I do, I think it just
what happens in Hazeltine in 4 years' time?
Yeah,
because there's going to be a lot of spotlight on that.
Yeah,
and I think it was funny is that this cop out that you get in that it's in New York. What are you expecting? It's like just expecting human behaviour.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Because they were chatting beforehand, saying like they were charging $750 a ticket, right?
To keep
so they were kind of thinking, well, exactly, yeah. So if that's without the riffraff, imagine if it was like $50 a ticket. What the fuck would it have been like then?
I think the thing that got me the most was the MC who was shouting.
I mean,
Rory. What is all that about?
Yeah,
you can't.
What an idiot!
You're the
I love the fact that she stepped down from her role. She'd been there for 2 mornings at the Ryder Cup.
I've handed in my letter of resignation.
It was like, mate,
you're going to be done tomorrow anyway, so don't worry about it. But I mean, look, congratulations, team, the European Ryder Cup team.
Yeah.
We were so. No, nobody's listening to this, by the way, who's plays for the European Ryder Cup team, but we're immensely proud. And how good the quality of golf that they produced and the clutch moments, they were they were on it.
I mean, the first couple of days, like they were just, like the Americans didn't play that badly.
No,
the Europeans were just on fire, right?
Yeah,
like,
and all this nonsense I'm hearing now about the course is easy. It was easy for both teams.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you're a superior golfer, you do it then.
Yeah, should have been even
What's stopping you from doing that? So it's like, and in fact, when the course was hard, which it was at Rome, we made that course hard and took driver out of the equation.
Still beat you.
We still beat you. Yeah. So come on, stop crying about it. But yeah, look, that was what a wonderful tournament. And yeah, look, this is our number one. Don't hate us, but this is our number one golf course so far out of 16 golf courses we played. Spoiler alert: the next one we played didn't displace this as number one. But
yeah, there's a fairly decent margin, I think, between 1 and 2 as well.
I think that was the thing that phrase because you said it, and I think your coach had said that as well. Yeah. And then we were like, I mean, you're almost like the others are sort of feeding off the scraps a little bit now with this one. So
definitely,
wow, what a course that's going to overtake that. If there is one out there, if there is one out there, and you think your course is better, then please invite us on.
Give us a call.
We'd love to get there.